Welcome to GGG Shopping Center. Come get all your go mode items here. That switch will spawn 2 chests. So I guess we need to talk about, do we go left or do we go right or do we go middle first? So middle first, you would immediately get to peek the maze, and if this is a small key, you could do the ceiling check. Although usually you're like, if there's something in the maze, then you're gonna have to like go through this door multiple times, and by multiple I mean 2. So usually middle's not recommended to start. Right side is if you want to get maze info early, while being a little more efficient than middle first. If you don't have Song of Time, I would not recommend going this way, as you can't even get to the maze then. What I'll be showing is, I'm going to be showing the left route. So this would be the most efficient. You avoid a save and quit. But the downside is you won't know what's in the maze, so you will have to pick up every key saying along the way. And also in Gerudo training grounds, keep track of your key count. Because there's one annoying check where if you keep track of it, and if you know that the toilet that we call it in Rando, that silver rupee room with the swirling water, if you know it's a key, then you could just skip it, and that is a big time save there if you can just skip it. Trick you can do in this room: go over to the right and just hookshot the target. Okay, decided to not recoil for some reason. There we go. That's what's supposed to happen. And come up to the right. Grab this rupee. And the last silver rupee's up this ramp. And you hookshot that target, but I'm gonna reset the room. I'm gonna show how to do this without hookshot. So yeah, let's reset this. You do similar. It's kind of similar. But with hookshotless, you grab these 4 rupees first that are on the ground. There is a wall master in the middle, and we're gonna make use of that. Usually the guy that sends you back to the start, he's gonna help us out here. He's gonna be our friend. Oh, not yet, wall master. Too early. So, like, from this wall, get to the middle of here, flick your shield, push A 3 times. This will get you in perfect positioning to get the rupee. And I heard the rupee sound, so I know that worked. You could also see your rupee count go up. That's also a way to check if it worked. And yes, that rupee has to be gotten last. Otherwise, you'll just come back to find that the room's been reset. Second part of hookshotless is getting past this flame wall. What I like to do is target this wall. Oh, sorry, I should probably explain that. So, side hop, oh, without the loader. Side hop right, push A, push Z again so that we change our angle by 45 degrees. Then just, okay, I was a little off there. Sometimes this could take multiple tries. There we go. That will get you past that flame wall. And yeah, there's a flame wall here. So that's why this hookshot target exists. So there's going to be full Rolfos in this room. I do like to charge up a spin for this, but sometimes the Wolfos don't... Yeah, sometimes they don't cooperate. These two were pretty far away when I spun. So yeah, just kill any stragglers that are remaining. So this room. This wall is fake. And yeah, this door here, this is also a good tell on where to find the hookshot target. Come over and hit the switch, and then we want to go back, since that's going to open the door up to the like room. The only checks in this dungeon that require strength 2. So make sure to get a jump slash stored. I'm going to explain something real. Actually, I'll come in here to explain it. Let me get away from them. So notice how the likes are in lower ground. If you just crouch stab like this, you're gonna hit their head, which is armored, and you're just gonna tink off of that. So you will have to hold up, and you'll have to aim. Okay, holding up is what aims your crouch stab down, since you need to hit their bodies and not just recoil off their heads. Okay, I was a little slow there. Let me reset this. This is a position I'm not familiar with. Just make sure I still have that stored. So do this. This. Start grabbing your chest now. There's an invisible one in the top right pit. Grab this. You can also jump over to this pit while the cutscene's going. And then grab your last chest. Also, grab the rupees if you need it, since like drop either... They can drop 15 rupees or they could drop 60. So, could be very helpful if you, like, need money for a check or something like that. So, you would just hookshot up again, but I want to show a hookshotless trick. This door is a good indicator of where you need to ground jump. Maybe don't blow up the door like I did. I'm gonna reset this. I'm gonna show another way to do this if you have hover boots but not bomb bag. So backflip onto this chest. This door, this is where we want to aim, is above the door. So it's good to keep it around as like a visual indicator. So if we were to just do that, we don't have near enough speed to get over there. So we will need to do something like that, as we need to build up, like since hover boots acceleration is very slow, we need more time to accelerate up to speed so that we can make it to this ledge. So to do that is we're gonna run backwards and then we're gonna go forwards. Getting on like this and then getting back to the chest, that'll reset. That resets the hover timer. So back, start rolling. Yeah, it's much easier to do if this is a big chest. On a small one, this can be a bit of a pain. And yeah, that's basically the gist of how you would do GTG without a hookshot. So for this room, there's this statue with 4 eyes. Shoot all 4 of them to both spawn a chest and open a door. Yeah, get chest. And then we want to go back up. So void out in the lava. And come over to the right. And then this chest. This is the one chest you cannot peek from the right side. And then this chest over here. This is the chest that you could get if you start middle. Would be there's an invisible ceiling in the bottom room. you'd climb up, get this chest, which I'll show later. And yeah, if you do climb up here, you can peek this chest early. See if you need to come into this room or not. Not very useful since these statues also do spawn a chest. So it's not a very useful peek. Apparently I don't know where the chest is from this angle. Not really used to being over there. I'm trying to look at the chest. Oh, there it is. So then after you're done with that, jump down. Then we're gonna have a bunch of enemies in this room. Unlike in Spirit Temple, these slugs aren't really in a good spot to use to do this trick with the fire ring. Unless you bait one over. But yeah, we're gonna skip needing the hammer here. So how you do this is take damage from the fire ring, run up and just mash A to open the chest. You can open this one through the fire. I am gonna skip the toilet for now, since I want to count keys. I want to see if the toilet is a key that we can just skip. So that's why I'm gonna do the maze before the toilet. Also, there is a freestanding check over here to the right. And there's 2 chests here from Song of Time. So in the maze, there's a chest here. That one. And there's 2 chests over to the right. Sometimes it can be a little difficult to peek from here. So you could come over to the far right to peek instead. I can see there's 1 key there, so that would put us up to 6. And then... oh... I think the one... I think that one chest we saw in the maze, I think it was a key. That would put us up to 7 there. Just fight a bunch of enemies here. You do need to use bombs on the Beamos. 1 check in here that you would need an explosive to do. Yeah, this one would put us at 8 keys that we know about. So that would mean that the toilet should be a key if I saw correctly. So I could, so like if I was actually playing a seed, I could just skip doing this check. Cause yeah, let's show how you do it now. I'll show how to do it without hover boots. Although I might be a little slow here. You use these Song of Time blocks and then you jump down. And then you want to get out of here before the lava comes back. Or not lava, the fire ring. I guess both are lava and fire rings are pretty hot, aren't they? Yeah, this is just half of it. We still got another silver rupee room to do. Also gotta play Song of Time here. So yeah, you can see why runners like to skip this check. Takes a long time. Also, this room here is pretty annoying. I don't really practice this one, so apologies if I'm... Okay, at least I got that one. Apologies if I don't take like an optimal route through here, or my execution is bad for this. This is a check that I don't really do that often. Okay, that went pretty okay. And yeah, see, I knew that had to be a small key because I only saw 8 keys in the dungeon. Okay, just to fully explain it. If you go through the whole dungeon and you see 8 keys, that means this chest here has to be a small key. And that means you can skip the toilet. If you see Nikes, that means the toilet is an item. Up to you if you want to route it in or not. Because, toilet is pretty high item requirements. So, maybe there's nothing there. Plus, yeah, that check does take... It takes forever to do compared to the rest of these checks. I guess I should explain something about this maze. So, even though physically we only need 2 keys to open this, opening this key door, and also the key door over there, logic requires 9 keys for these. And looking at my key count, yes, I only have 7. So if I were to spend all of them going to the center, that would mean I can no longer open these doors. So I would have to get the 2 extra keys. So, the other way. The way to remember the logic is, it's the number of key doors plus 2. So for this one, this would be logically 3 key locked. For like same reason, if I were to spend 2 keys on these doors, that would mean I would need a 3rd key to get over to the left. Then this one will be 4 keys. And then there is an invisible ceiling here. This is the chest we peeked earlier. And you can also peek this chest, which is the door that opens when you shoot the statue. So yeah, continuing on. 4 keys logically for that door. Chest here. And 5, 6. Chest here. 7. Chest. And then you need 8 keys for this door, then 9 to get to the center. So yeah, in this situation, if I would have spent the 2 keys there, then I would not have the keys needed to get to the center. That's why logic needs to account for it. It needs to account for players deciding to waste their keys on unnecessary doors like we could have there. Logic will assume that you'll waste keys on any key door that you see. Basically the gist of how key logic works. But yeah, hope you enjoyed your trip at the shopping center. Happy go mode. Or my condolences if GGG had nothing.